Said I'd feel it when I made it, but I didn't feel much at all. Just a silence I didn't expect, and a breath I forgot to call. The numbers don't echo in my chest, but the quiet, it holds me still. Not joy, not pride, just peace that bends the will. I walked so far I stopped believing, then kept walking anyway. Not for hope, not for promise, just to see another day. My hands don't hold the victory, my heart doesn't shout or sing, but I found faith in this quiet little thing. Faith in the quiet, faith in the slow, faith in the man who had nowhere to go. No lights above, no choir inside, just one more step and eyes that stayed wide. Faith in the quiet, faith in the slow, faith in the man who had nowhere to go. No lights above, no choir inside, just one more step and eyes that stayed wide. Faith in the quiet, above, no choir inside, just one more step and eyes that stayed wide. Faith in the quiet, faith in the slow, faith in the man. He walks where the sidewalk ends, past the field with the leaning fence. No destination, no plan, just boots in dust and tired hand. The town forgot his name, but the wind still knows his scent. He nods to empty porches like they owed him back the rent. There's a note in his pocket, folded tight. He wrote it once, but never got it right. The words were soft, the ink was dry. It said I left, but I never said goodbye. He steps where memories sleep, where gravel hums beneath his feet. He's not looking back for pain, just checking if it's still the same. He walks at dusk, not running, not lost, just pacing the edge between was and almost. No flag in his hand, No cross on his chest, just a man and the silence he's worn like a vest. There's music in the telephone wire, and ghosts in the diner's fading sign. He hums a tune he used to know, but leaves the chorus behind. He's not angry, he's not numb, just done pretending he belongs. He walks at dusk, not toward, not from. He walks at dusk in the amber and gray, a man-shaped outline fading slow from the day. Not proud, not ashamed, not asking to be blessed, just a man and his shadow and the ache in his chest. No rush, no prayer, just air. Found it in the drawer, beneath the unpaid bills. A letter with no postage and a space he never filled. The pen was dry, but the ache was fresh, and her name still whispered from the torn out flesh. He read the lines like prayers, half-formed and full of weight. If you're reading this, but no one ever did, too late. He tried to trace the man he was that day, but found only silence where the words had gone away. Some things don't get written, some hearts don't get told. Some fires burn in shadows, some hands don't let go. He meant to say I'm sorry, but he folded it instead. The letter he never sent kept echoing in his head. Thought about the reasons, the pride, the fear, the fight, but mostly he remembered her face that final night. The way she didn't ask, just waited by the door, and how he let her leave without saying any more. Some things don't get written, some truths don't make a sound. Some loves get left in silence and never get found. He meant to say come back, but left it in the end. The letter he never sent was never just pretend. It stayed with him like a song unsung, like a door he never quite closed. Ooh. They say he stopped showing up somewhere back in 22. Left the keys on the kitchen shelf and faded out of view. He wasn't sick, he wasn't gone, just drifted off the line. You'd pass his house and wonder if he's still doing fine. They say he once had fire, you could feel it when he spoke. Now there's silence at the window and a lamp that never broke. He reads old letters slowly, knows the names, forgets the days. Keeps a chair that no one uses and a song that never plays. He's the man who stayed inside when the world spun past his name. Not lost, not loud, just tired of the game. He built a little quiet where the noise could never crawl. You won't see him breaking, but he still remembers all. Some folks say he's healing, some just think he's strange, but they don't know the weather that never learned to change. He talks to something silent in the pages of a book and finds his kind of freedom in the corners no one looks. He's the man who stayed inside, not hiding, just away. He's seen enough to know what not to try to fake. And if you pass him walking on a dust that feels too wide, he might just nod and whisper, yeah, I made it, I survived. They said the case was closed, but I knew better. The evidence was buried, not out there, in here. I followed shadows down neural hallways, flickering reels of old regrets. Every thought a suspect, every silence an accomplice. I lit a cigarette that never burned and asked the mirror for answers. It didn't wanna to give. You ask what I'm searching for. Not truth, not peace, just the breath before the fracture, the glance I ignored, the file I forgot to seal. There's a man in the mirror with no alibi, tracing the lines in his mind. Every scar is a clue, every tear's not dry. He's the witness, the culprit, the crime. questions get loud. She knew. He stayed. They left. And me, I wrote the report, but never signed it. There's a man in the mirror with no alibi. The case remains open, and the deeper I dig, the more fingerprints match my own. He don't check the clock no more, no calendar above the sink. He drinks his coffee cold these days, just watches how the shadows shrink. There's no one waiting on his steps, no voices down the hall. He says goodnight to no one and forgets if he said it at all. He used to count the calls he missed, he used to track the tone of things. Now the silence holds his rhythm and the quiet barely stings. He's got a chair that creaks just right, a book he'll never end, and a thought that sometimes visits but don't pretend to be a friend. No one to answer to, no questions in the air, just the hum of his own breathing and a coat draped on the chair. And he ain't waiting for a reason, ain't looking for the proof. He's just sitting in the evening with no one to answer to. The windows hold the fading light like memories that won't press. He used to ache for meaning, now he just lives with less. And every once in a while he smiles without a cue, not from joy, not from pain, just 'cause it's something he can do. No one to answer to, no voice across the line, just a man who made his peace with the questions left behind. And he ain't angry, ain't undone, he's just finally come to truth. You can live a life worth a living with no